Children are well-rounded individuals. We emphasize the PE at our school, so our children are learning physical activities. They're educationally challenged in every single activity that we have in the classroom. We take them on field trips. We have after-school activities where we do ceramics and art and computers. We have various different computer programs at our school where they're learning math and the writing skills. Socially, they're taken care of in the classroom as well as outside. Our children are safe at this school. We make sure that there's no bullying, there's no profanity being used. The beautiful thing about this school is that the problems that you see in some of the other schools really just don't happen. I mean, we really, if there's a problem, we take care of it immediately.
So it's a safe and sane environment.
Absolutely, it's very safe.
Okay, and now let's talk a little bit more about the harder academic subjects. And what I'm hearing of what you said is that there's a whole periphery of other support subjects and activities that really lend to the best qualities of the traditional subjects. For instance, the computers, the ability to type quickly and efficiently. But tell us a little bit about 6th grade and what is the emphasis on reading-wise?
Well, in 6th grade, the children should be able to read, and they should be able to read fluently. We stress higher level reading curriculum. Like right now we're doing the Tom Sawyer in the classroom, which is written by Mark Twain and is a little bit more advanced reading level. We read it aloud, we discuss it, we put the various activities in the chapter in order so that the kids know beginning of the chapter, middle of the chapter, end of the chapter. By the time they get to 6th grade, they should be able to read a paragraph and tell you what the main idea of the paragraph is. Sometimes we even do play acting on some of the more difficult to understand chapters. We'll get up and we'll do a play and we'll act it out. So the comprehension is high, and the children love it. I mean, there are scenes where I've had the whole classroom crying before. So you know when the kids are laughing and when the kids are crying that they're actually understanding and comprehending what's being read.
So there's a level of participation here, and there's also a level of, really it's performance art, as children learn to be able to express themselves like a good actor does.
Right, and then we do the writing on it.
Oh,
we did well, behind you, but a newspaper article. They had to pick out one of the main events of what we read in Tom Sawyer, and then they had to act as if they were a reporter arriving on the scene. In this case, it was a graveyard robbery, and they had to act as if they were arriving at the scene of the graveyard robbery, and then write a newspaper article based on the fact that there had been body had been dug up out of the grave, and then somebody had been killed, and so they had to do a whole newspaper article on it. So they have to take it beyond just the reading. They have to actually be able to apply what they've read to their writing and comprehension skills. So it's not just an isolated subject.
The way I would describe that's a very creative teaching technique, because you actually give them a different perspective, and having to be objective from the perspective of a newspaper reporter. Quite frankly, I've never heard of anything like that before, so I guess the kids get to have a lot of fun with those type of creative participatory exercises.
Right, and then they got to do the art project too. Then they got to draw their picture of the scene. So
there's a further reinforcement.
Art and
that's a really it's a really good reinforcement. So there's the reading aspect of it. There's the speaking aspect of it. There's the art project of it.
Right. So it's interrelated curriculum. Everything is related. And by the time they get to 6th grade, it seems like I taught this same class for 5th grade, some of the subjects last year, and it seems like once they get to 6th grade, everything just starts to make sense. Everything starts to come together with like, oh, now we understand why we've learned this, and now we understand why we've learned that.